Well, what have we here? It's what a week it was Wednesday. Y'all know what time it is, y'all. Man, y'all already know it's 7:30. Y'all already know how we do this. Y'all already know. Let's not act like that. Y'all already know how we get down. We get down for the crown. It is 7:30. We making it do what it do. My wife has put a beautiful plate in front of me, and chicken breast, cheesy rice, and peas. So I'm going to enjoy this meal. I want to say I wish y'all was here with me, but that would be a lie. I do wish y'all, I'm hoping y'all join me on the live and everything like that. We're going to go ahead and get this thing underway. We're going to make it do what it do. Hopefully somebody coming on in here. Somebody coming on in the house. Not the house of mouse, but the house that the Rock With Me Nation has built. The house that the Rock With Me Nation has built. I know y'all coming in. I know some of y'all gonna be a little late because y'all let me know, hey, it's Wednesday and we got church on Wednesday and everything like that. So we gonna make sure we in here. Tim, Big Tim, chill. Y'all in here, y'all coming. Y'all go ahead, y'all come on in. We gonna go ahead and get stuff on out the way. The least interesting parts anyway. We're gonna go ahead and get that on out the way. What's good? What's going on? What's going on? Connoisseurs, what's going on? I want to do this because, I want to represent my fandom, and I want to go ahead and get this off the way. I like to talk about subjects in the order in which I said I was going to talk about them and everything like that. And I want to go ahead and send a big shout out, a big congratulations to my Georgia Bulldogs. Yes, 2-time, back-to-back national championships. That's 1949, 1980, 2022, and 2023. Yes, Georgia Bulldogs, national football champions. And I'm stoked. I'm happy. I'm not, what's the word that I'm looking for? I'm not doing all that other stuff and everything like that. I'm happy with that and everything like that. So shout out to the Georgia Bulldogs. Because we're going to be talking college football going forward on this channel. So y'all stick around for that. UGA, absolutely. UGA all day. That's what we do. We bleed that. And as y'all can tell by these gloves, I'm not a new fan. I'm not a new fan and everything. Good Lord, I had to live through the Mark Richt years. Ooh. We'll talk about that. But anyway, in regards to college football, yes, we will be talking college football specifically. We'll be talking Georgia Bulldog football. We'll be talking about SEC football, top 25 football. So y'all make sure y'all stick around for that. That is going to be something that we do every Saturday going forward. I'm letting y'all know on this live that we will be talking college football. But speaking of college football, there's been a lot that's been said in regards to how the game played out. Yes, it was a drubbing. It was a beat down. It was horrific. It was bad. It was bad. And as they said, that's been the most points scored, the biggest point margin in college football history in a long time. So it's been a lot said as far as should TCU have been there? Did the committee get it right? Georgia got lucky with Ohio State. Michigan slept on TCU. Let's go ahead and chop this thing up. I'm a football fan. I sit back and I don't talk trash for a reason because I understand on any given Saturday, your team can lose regardless of who you got out there and everything like that. So let's talk about the TCU-Michigan matchup in and of itself. I believe what happened with Michigan, they got caught up looking ahead at Georgia. So many of those guys stuck around after Georgia defeated them in the college football semifinals the year prior to. That was the game circled on the map. Remember, they had already slayed the beast at home. That was Ohio State. TCU was supposed to be a footnote on their way to getting revenge against Georgia. There were many fans, and I'm pretty sure if the fans were feeling this way, this was some of the players and the coaching staff feeling this way as well. They could just go in there and not game plan for TCU, just impose their will. No, that's not how that played out. It's not. You got to take every opponent seriously. In regards to Ohio State, I think what wound up happening with Ohio State is C.J. Stroud let his feet do the talking. This was something that people were looking for him to do the entire season, and he never did it. I don't know why Kirby Smart, because it looked like the defense did not plan for C.J. Stroud to use his legs, and once they saw he was using his legs, they didn't know how to adjust. Damnedest thing to me. But shout out to the Ohio State Buckeyes, because had they played like that against Michigan, now I understand that that's a rivalry game. What's going on, Hawks Holograms? Had they played like that against Michigan, I'm pretty sure that game would have been a different outcome altogether. It was not. Then we have people talking about the Marvin Harrison hit. Listen, I don't know anybody that's played football, that's played defense, ain't hitting him the same way. Let me say that one more time. I don't know anybody that's played football, that's played defense, that's not hitting him the same way. I dare say if you play football, regardless if it's just on offense or defense, you're hitting him the same way. Let's look at the targeting. Targeting call is subjective in and of itself. It's supposed to be when you lower the crown of your helmet to make impact. We have way too many people, in my humble opinion, while they're telling you that it's targeting, they won't slow it down and play it for you. I actually have the video. I've actually slowed it down. What he did was he lowered the boom on Marvin Harrison Jr. Some people are like, well, Theo, what does that mean? Remember when the Legion of Boom used to come? He lowered the boom. What that means is he dropped his shoulder and he ran through him. It's not a dirty play. I'm supposed to get there to break up the ball. And you know what? He got there the same time the ball did. Now, if that's if that's what you consider to be targeting, it's not bogus. Yes, that's exactly. I ain't heard that in a long, long time, because that's exactly what that was. I come from an era where we were taught not to use our head. There's a white sticker on the back of every helmet that tells you what you're not supposed to do with that helmet. Jim Brown even said why he never lowered his head to run over people, because this is the most precious thing on his body. Why would he lower that? I can tell you, as a defensive player who will not stick his head in the fire, I would have lowered the boom on him just like that. Football, all I know is touchdown. What is this terminology? This is me chill, basically letting people know I know what I'm talking about when it comes to football. So, what's going on, Mr. King? I'm going to say Mr. Smith, what's going on? So, Byron Sexton Smith. So, yes, while people are talking about, I think it just comes down to coaching, really. It does. I think Marvin Jr. can be as good as his dad, if not better. That young man has a huge upside. Like he was literally roasting Georgia. He was. But that in and of itself, I'm not sitting up here to say that Georgia should have beat Ohio State. I'm not here to say Ohio State should have beat Georgia. What I can tell you is that I saw a great game played between two great teams. I can tell you that Ohio State deserved to win that game just as easily I could tell you that Georgia deserved to lose that game. What wound up happening is that Ohio State was up. Their offense was taking care of business. What wound up happening was that great defense that everybody talked about, who was supposed to shut down tight ends and running backs, that defense that specialized in being the best defense in guarding running backs and tight ends, that defense let Georgia come from behind 14 points, not once, but twice. And in next to the last series, when Stetson Bennett had to have it, the walk-on quarterback walked onto the field, went 5 for 5, and led his team to a go-ahead touchdown. That's not on C.J. Stroud. That's not on the Ohio State Buckeyes offense, because whether we want to say up here and say, well, Ohio State wins if Marvin Harrison doesn't go down, they were still putting up points. That offense was still producing. So are we sitting up here, we want to say, well, we just wanted Marvin Harrison to get that shine? Because them other receivers still got off with Marvin Harrison not in the game. That wasn't on the Ohio State Buckeyes offense. That was on their defense. their defense with the walk-on quarterback leading his team to a come from behind go ahead touchdown. The field goal kicker, he missed the field goal. We've seen this happen too many times in college football, hell, in professional football, where we want to sit up here and play for the field goal. That's never been a mindset of mine. No, the field goal is when you have no other options on the table. But if we got time on the clock, we trying to get 6. That's not what happened in this situation. Coach Day played it conservative. Put the field goal kicker out there, and I get it. Wrigley had not been missing any field goals. He did then. We like to say pressure bust pipes. Well, that's what wound up happening. Speaking of pressure, let's talk about Stetson Bennett, the walk-on quarterback. As I said to my lovely wife, who just, like I said, she sat down a lovely meal in front of me. I'm gonna have to get up on that. Y'all, here it is. Hello, everybody. Let's talk about Stetson Bennett. We say it's not where you're from, it's where you at. Well, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. A lot of people, college analysts, even some NFL analysts, are still stuck on the fact that he walked on to Georgia. A lot of people still want to stuck on the fact of his stature. I'm sorry. We got a quarterback playing for the Arizona Cardinals right now that's how tall? We got a quarterback right now playing for the Denver Broncos that's how tall? We had a quarterback get drafted, not one, but 2, get drafted out of Oklahoma that were how tall? We had a quarterback that Skip Bayless fell in love with that came out of Texas A&M that was how tall? I don't want to hear that. Here's what I know. In the college football playoffs, he's only lost 1 game. That was to Bryce Young. He's went head up with Bryce Young twice. He's 1-1. We can sit up here and talk about that quarterback that was at Clemson. He beat him. We can sit up here and talk about the quarterback that was at Kentucky, the one that everybody is talking about is going to go in the first round. He beat him. We can sit up here and talk about the quarterback from Tennessee that tore his ACL. He beat him. We can sit up here and talk about C.J. Stroud. Phenomenal and a great game C.J. Stroud put up. But if we want to sit up here and give C.J. Stroud all the applause in the world for what he did against Georgia's defense, what we not doing for Stetson Bennett when it comes to what he did to Ohio State's defense? See, I believe in equal energy. It ain't where he started. It's where he finished. And where he's finished at, he forget the fact that he was a Heisman Trophy finalist. We ain't even got to talk about that. We witnessed Stetson Bennett go toe-to-toe with some of the great quarterbacks that people are sitting up here going to be drafted in the first and second round, and he's only lost 1 time. We can sit up here and talk about all the talent that's surrounding Stetson Bennett. Let's talk about the talent surrounding them quarterbacks, because every quarterback to be successful must have talent surrounding them. So let's not make excuses for why Stetson Bennett is successful if we're not going to make them the same excuses for these other quarterbacks. If we're going to give these other quarterbacks credit for their passing efficiency, for their wins and losses, for the numbers that they put up, for their ability to be elusive in the pocket, then we need to give it to Stetson Bennett. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Let's move right along. That's my spiel as far as college football and everything like that. Y'all make sure y'all stay up with me, because we definitely going to have those shows going down. Let's talk about, because I really want to get into this right here. I want to talk about, keep us on point, keep us on schedule. Angela Bassett has won a Golden Globe for her portrayal of the Queen Mother Ramunda in Black Panther 2. I'm actually happy for this young lady. We can't call her a young lady. Actually, that's a queen. Like, let's go ahead and call it what it is. She is what I consider to be one of the greatest actresses, point blank, period. Her bio speaks for itself. I don't think there's enough that we can say for her. I think you can catch her on the show 911 and everything like that. She deserves it. I said she was going for an Academy Award. with her portrayal of the Queen Mother Ramunda several months ago. She did not disappoint. I didn't like the script. I said that. I'm not backing down from that. I did not like the script. That said, I cannot take away anything from her performance as the Queen Mother Ramunda. I felt it in every bit of it. Hey, Grand Madam, what's going on? Let me get up on these notes. I think Marva Jr., you did say, man, what's up? You all missed all y'all past couple of weeks. Hope all is well. Whatever. Thanks, Diabolical, man. We got you in the building. Theo, what's going up? Go dog. Absolutely, Blue. You already know. It ain't the height of the man. It's the fight of the man. Come on, Tim. Hey, everyone. And she should literally the only bright spot in Black Panther 2. Listen, I believe in giving credit where credit due. I can disagree with somebody all day, every day, twice on Sunday, and still give you credit where credit is due. And she put on an award-winning performance. If they give her the Academy Award, I'm not gonna push back on that. I'm gonna be like, Queen, well deserved. Because like I said, she did her thing in Black Panther 2. I can still feel like how I feel about the script. That is not gonna change. Oh, Root, Mr. Thomas in this B-I-B-I. Just to let y'all know, Mr. Smith said he won't be able to make it. Bible study Wednesday started back up and everything like that. So he's here in spirit doing everything. But like I said, once again, congratulations to Angela Bassett. She is a phenomenal actress. She always has been, as myself and some others have alluded to. She was our first choice for Aurora when Fox picked up the X-Men back in the day. What's going on, D. Steezel? So definitely would have loved to have seen what Angela Bassett could have did with Aurora and everything like that. And truth be told, I would love to hear her be the voice of Aurora in the Marvel cartoon universe, Marvel animated universe. I would like to hear her voice and everything like that, because I think she does have those chops. Something tells me Winston Duke will get Best Supporting Actor male. Ooh. So, Chillmonger with the segue to Winston Duke. So, as I alluded to and everything like that in a previous video this week, where I said, just own your truth. Just own it. If you like certain things, just own it. Don't get mad when somebody call it out, though. It's just applaud them for being observant. A lot of us have alluded to the fact that there was definitely a female-driven slant to Black Panther 2. And we've questioned as to why and everything like that, especially considering the upbringing of the director, where he had both parents in the home. Well, we know there's an article out there. If y'all need me to, I'll put it in the comment section, everything like that, from 5 years ago, where Ryan Coogler wanted to highlight Black women, because to him, Black women are the backbone of Black society. Hey, I'm like this. I can't argue with that, but nobody needs to argue if I say the Black man is the head of Black society. So if we're gonna sit up here and say the Black woman is the backbone, I'm not gonna push back on that. I agree with that. If I say the Black man is the head, don't get mad at me. Don't call me sexist. Don't call me misogynistic. I believe in equal energy. Well, Winston Duke just went on, recently on The View and everything like that. I believe it was May 5th, if I'm not mistaken. I'll put that link, if y'all need me to, in the comment section. He alluded to what's going on, H-Town boss? He alluded to the role that his mother played in his life and everything like that. And Winston Duke, as a young man, was heavy set and everything like that. And it's looking like he grew up like I did, without a father in his life. And he alluded to how his mother told him that he was a prince, that his life was precious, that he shouldn't allow anybody to write his narrative. I got way too much in common with that particular episode. I don't know if y'all remember Chunky, the starfish tuna, that mascot and everything. Well, my mother bought me the watch, Chunky Starfish watch, and I'm going all the way back to the late 70s. I love that watch. It had the blue straps on it and everything like that, blue leather straps. Had the little date thing on it. It wasn't a digital watch. You had to actually know how to tell time back then by reading the hands. Well, somebody stole that watch. I was walking home from school one day and somebody put me in a headlock. I didn't see him coming. Said, "Your watch of your life." The watch meant the world to me because my mother bought me that watch. But yeah, you remember Chunky. I said, my watch. I can laugh about it now. My watch. You took the watch. I came home, was upset and everything like that. And, because my mother had bought that watch for me. And she said to me, your life means more than a watch. Your life is more precious than anything in this world. You protect it. Now, the only father figure I had in my life was Anderson Butler. Other than that, it was my mother, Paulette Butler, my aunt, Annie Ruth Butler, and my grandmother, Pretty Mae Butler. So women played a significant role in my upbringing. If nothing else, they taught me to respect women. Women are to be appreciated, admired, absolutely. But what my grandfather taught me was a sense of strength, sense of self. You are a man. You're not a nigger. You're not a Negro. You're a man. You need to conduct yourself like a man. There's certain things that men don't do. Now, I'm going to give some more shine to the United States Marine Corps because they helped reinforce those values that my grandfather instilled in me as a man. D-Real, what's going on? My brother from another. So I understand when Winston Duke feels like, states that women are significant. I just don't understand why he doesn't really see value in himself as a man. I don't understand why, to highlight the significance of the black woman, we had to devalue the black man. I could have swore, didn't we? Who feels like Michelle Obama was devalued because Barack Obama was president? Who feels like that? Because this seems to be a narrative that's going around. God knows we get this with Marvel. For T'Challa to be married to Aurora to be married to T'Challa, she must be portrayed as a damsel in distress. I don't see Michelle Obama as a who sees Beyonce as a damsel in distress? Like, do we look at Jay-Z and Beyonce and see her as a weak woman? I don't. Why is that the narrative? Because I don't get that. Like, even with the fact that we know Denzel Washington and both Samuel L. Jackson are married, the fact that we don't really hear from their wives, I don't think we see them as being weak, right? Or at least I don't. I don't know. I could be wrong. Remember those McDonald's watches that came with them Happy Meals? Yeah, I do. Happy Meals and the stuff that we used to get in the boxes of cereal back in the day. Eating cereal used to be fun back in the day. It ain't what it is. I don't want to get off topic though, but I don't think that's what that is. Like, I could be wrong, but I don't know where this narrative came from that or maybe this is what we're getting in our reality TV shows. And so our comic book characters have to reflect what we've gotten in our Real Housewives of this, Love and Hip Hop of that, Black Ink this, that, there, and the third. I maybe, not sure, but I know we have enough real life examples of black women married to black men, the nuclear family, and no one is portrayed as being weak. But we gonna move it right along. I just thought that was odd. So we got Black Panther 3. Letitia Wright says basically she was hoping might be some ideas for Black Panther 3. And as I said to Chillmonger and D-Real today, keep recast T'Challa front and center. The studio needs to know, the those that don't care need to know that you thought we didn't support the second Black Panther, there'll be larger numbers not supporting a Black Panther 3 because you disappointed. See, people saw Black Panther 2. You justified what we were saying about what was going to be lacking in Black Panther 2. And the more we educate people on who the character is, T'Challa, what the mythology of Wakanda is in and of itself, because somebody today, it's people still not knowing that Taku is T'Challa's senior advisor and he's gay. It's still people. So the more we bring people in, the more we educate people. No T'Challa, wait for it. No ticket. So the more we educate people, the more they're going to be like, you know what, this makes sense. These people are actually talking about something that's bigger than what we thought it was. We see how the movie company misled us and everything like that. We see it was just something that they could capitalize and make money off of. We see that they didn't even represent us the way that they said that they were going to represent us. And these people, whether they say recast T'Challa, boycott Black Panther 2, honor Chadwick Boseman, these people are speaking truth. So keep recast T'Challa front and center. Keep speaking truth. No, we are not a divisive unit and everything like that. We're not going to move like that. In regards to Black Panther 3, what I can say to y'all is basically a rumor. They ain't got anything on paper. They need to know front and center. We're not supporting anything Wakanda related if you're not going to get the story right. Reboot the MCU. Yeah, please hurry up. Come on. Come on, yo kid, what's going on? Yeah, man, hurry up, man. Yeah, come on, man. Like, you know what? Reboot the MCU. Say John Ridley's run was T'Challa having a bad dream or something like that. But just miss me with that. Like, miss me with all that. Miss us with all that. Comic book fans deserve better. That just to go. Comic book fans deserve better. So just miss all of us with that. Speaking of comic book fans, the non-comic book fan who says he's a comic book fan, Nate Moore. Nate Moore has came out and made it known that he's interested in Blue Marvel. Nate Moore has made it known that he's interested in the two other black characters, Bishop and Aurora. And shout out to my brother D Real for letting it be known. Bishop is not black, he's not African, he's Aborigine. So that says a lot in and of itself. But no, Nate, Nate, you don't know the source material. You don't care about the source material. Your track record says, your statements definitely say you're going to hire somebody that doesn't care about the source material, doesn't know the source material. So Marvel, Kevin Feige, Disney, Bob, let me speak on behalf of comic book fans across the land. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Hell Hell Nino. Hell no. No, hell no. No, we don't want you around nothing. And if I got to sit back, I'm gonna give you credit for some stuff that you probably ain't got nothing to do with, but I'm gonna blame you for it anyway. Fat toast. That was a backhanded compliment to African Americans, black people, and the LGBT community as a whole. Hell no. Sam Wilson, he still got to struggle. No, we're not doing that. That's a veteran. Lamar Hoskins, Sergeant Major Lamar Hoskins, E9, Battlestar. Hell no. T'Challa, you already know. Wakanda, you already know. No, hell no. James Rose, no. Hell, I'm gonna give you credit for Heimdall. No. Listen, y'all want to see this what I don't understand. Y'all supposed to be in the money-making business. Make sure I get caught up on these notes. Nate Moore better leave the black characters alone. I get you the token black guy at Marvel, but damn, bro. Yeah, he can stay over there where he at. John Ridley's BP should be a pocket universe created by Jamie Braddock or Franklin Richards. Facts. Go with all that. What I missed. well, we're gonna catch up, Keys. We're gonna catch up. Ridley's Black Panther takes place during the old new universe, reboot MCU and reboot the producers and directors, Nate Moore and Coogler, get them the hell up out of there, or T.I.'s cat. Yeah, I need them to be gone. And listen, I'm not knocking these people as being credible directors, writers. Not. I'm knocking them as being credible comic book writers, directors. That's what I'm knocking. I stand 10 toes down on that. I'm not budging on that one. I saw 12 Years a Slave. Wasn't a bad movie. As I alluded to earlier, I like Undercover Brother. One of my favorite movies. The DVD, I own it. I invested in that. So we're not finna do that. 12 Years a Slave. Same thing. I bought that. I bought that. Queen and Slim. Not my type of movie, but I heard it was good. Hey, what you did with the Black Messiah? Listen, I love that. Don't mean you can do any damn thing when it comes to a superhero movie. Don't none of that mean a damn thing. Don't none of that mean nothing. That mean you good over there. So I'm good. No, I don't want you. No. As a fiction writer, I thought you take your main character through hell, but redeem them and make them stronger in the end. I don't know what the hell. T'Challa just, we got black fiction. Never mind. Cause the thing is, it ain't the white fiction writers that's doing it. Like, T'Challa show up on somebody else, T'Challa getting all the love in the world. We get over here, which I don't understand. This a black king. He from the motherland. It should literally be like, nah, man, I ain't doing that, man. We a black king. I see if he came from the hood or something like that, but it's a black king from motherland. We keep what's in a few days? Martin Luther King with a whole bunch of black people gonna be celebrating. Watch this. A whole bunch of black people that went to go see Black Panther 2 gonna be talking about we shall overcome, gonna be talking about black representation. A whole bunch of black people, a whole bunch of black Christians that went to go see Black Panther 2 gonna be singing the good old gospel on Sunday and everything like that. Gonna be burning candles for Martin Luther King. Meanwhile, over here, I'm looking at them with the side eye. Now you got something to say. So, what Black History Month a couple of weeks away. So, just cause you black over here, if you don't know how to be black over here, well, let me rephrase that. Just cause you black over there, don't mean you know how to be black over here. If you don't know how to be black over here, come holler at the blacks that's posted up over here. I know if I don't know how to be black over there, I go talk to the blacks that's over there. We got people that, once again, because we were the nerds in school, they picked at us back then. But what we talking about now, make money, they want to look at us and act like we don't know how we talk about it. That's that same bully ass mentality, to be perfectly honest with you. Them telling us back then they didn't want to hear what the hell we had to say. Give me your lunch money and everything like that. That's the same damn thing they got with them comments over there talking about. We don't care about what y'all got to say. Let me get caught up on these notes. Yes, Undercover Brother is a classic. The redemption part is a bit tardy, Grand Madam. It is way tardy. Black Panther, The Long Shadow, that is an extremely long shadow. John Ridley really said, I'm going to have T'Challa get beat on in every issue. The moment I seen Steve block a punch from T'Challa, I closed the tab. It was one of them things where we were on with chill and everything like that. People get caught up in the comments and like, you mad because T'Challa lost, got Cap putting hands on him? No, we mad because everybody been putting hands on T'Challa. And honestly, if Alma Lolo can put hands on T'Challa, Cap ain't do nothing impressive. If Achilles can put hands on T'Challa, Cap ain't do nothing. What was that? He ain't do nothing. If Jai didn't busted him up, didn't lumped him up and everything like that, Steve ain't really do nothing impressive. That was like Steve swinging on a 150-pound dude. That. We need the Russo brothers. Yes, we do. Be real, you took your comment back. Marvel going to drop it on MLK Day. Really need to stay in his cinematic lane. He does. Nate thinks riding that struggle bus 24/7 is the norm for black male hero. I don't know what he got going. This is my blue cup. It's not to be confused with the red cup. It has Tahitian treat in here. I ain't want y'all thinking that I was drinking, consuming alcohol. Be real. Facts. In celebration of Black History, we're going to release Wakanda Forever on Disney Plus, where we see the king get killed, then we see the queen get killed. This was after we saw the king get killed in Captain America: Civil War. Meanwhile, Zemo and Namor are still literally walking around the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and everybody is cool with it. Like, see, this is why I say representation matters, because there's no way you have killed the king and the queen of Wakanda, and neither the Doras nor the Hattusaraze have exacted vengeance. I'm gonna leave that right there. Could it be that really has some internalized hatred for Black men and is spilling out onto the comic pages? Kamoyo, so I'm gonna say it like this. One of my concerns with Black Panther 2, and if it did not do what it needed to do, what Marvel and Disney felt like it needed to do, they might be reluctant to do Black projects later on. I felt it important to get out in front of the narrative, to let it be known as to why Black Panther 2 performed the way that it did. It was the misrepresentation of Black people. Just gonna say that right there. So I didn't like how it was going to necessarily impact fans of Black characters, actors, directors, things of that nature. Because if somebody is looking for a way to not represent you, then that's the way to do it. So it's important that you stay out in front of the narrative. In regards to John Ridley, one of the things that I was concerned about in his portrayal of T'Challa is people asking the question that you are asking right now. He's married to a Caucasian woman. And I know one has nothing to do with the other. But I know that there are those out there who will look at that and raise the very same question that you just raised, that he has an internalized hatred for Black men. He's Black. Well, we do say that all skin folk ain't kinfolk. We do know that there are some Black people out there that do have an internalized self-hatred of themselves. You would just like it to be where it's not him. I would like it to be where he doesn't face those type of questions. But those type of questions are fair when you look at how he portrayed this character, as we said today, ever since day one. Ever since day one. So those are going to be questions, and they're fair. You touched the fro, you guys to go. Yes. You hush now, Theo, before you get us recasted in a whole heap of trouble with the pseudo comic book fans, the anti-recasters. Listen, an anti-recaster to me is somebody that's, as I like to say, and I'm not even gonna say blissfully ignorant at this point, because I do see people that want to know. To me, an anti-recaster is somebody that's either willfully stupid, and that's it. Willfully stupid. You don't want to know because you don't care. For what? And the reasons don't matter. The reasons don't matter why you don't know and you don't care. You got a reason. You don't know about this character. You don't care about the characters. You just want to push your own agenda, whatever that agenda is. And so that's the only bracket that the anti-recasters fall into, because you have people that will say, hey, I didn't know. And now they want to know. They be like, man, come on in, come get some of this knowledge. It'd be no different if this character was Bruce Wayne and people wanted to know about Bruce Wayne or wanted to know about Clark Kent and everything like that. Man, come on over. Hey, come on over and get this knowledge and everything like that. We're going to level it up, because it does us no good to keep the knowledge to ourselves. We want to share the knowledge. We want to share the love that we have for the character. So when it comes to anti-recasters, if anything, they getting in trouble with me. They gonna get into a whole heap of trouble with us, because we got the knowledge. They can't do nothing but come across looking stupid engaging us. Ruben, it's the fact Ridley wrote T'Challa to take his mask off the moment Steve repeatedly punches him in the face. Why would T'Challa deactivate his mask while getting punched in the face by a super soldier? That's a question that's great for the writer. That's a question that's great for the editor. And that's a question that's great for the editor in chief. Like I said, the visual aesthetic, it just, it's to me, it is akin to being a DJ and you not reading the room. You playing what you want to play. You jamming in the DJ booth. You're like, and ain't nobody dancing. It's people on the wall looking at you like this. It's people walking out and you still in the DJ booth. No. How do you have T'Challa getting drugged like this the month before Black History Month? Like, and you a black writer. Like, I asked that question today. Like, you don't see what you doing? Like, this was a good idea. Like, this what made it past the editor. Like, nobody looked at, like, I would think that at the end of the day, regardless of how I feel on the inside, if nothing else, January, February, and March, all black characters getting treated like royalty. Like, you, like, that means you not sympathetic, you not empathetic, you ain't caring, you ain't concerned. Like, hold on. Because y'all said Cap, and I want to stay with this real quick. Did Cap really tell T'Challa, I told you the Avengers would handle things, so you can either go back to Wakanda or stick around and get your butt kicked? Up to you. Did Steve really tell it? Like, who read that? Who read that? Like, forget who wrote it. Like, I don't even know how you wrote that. Like, I don't. Like, John, you wrote that. Because when you write that, so the thought process ain't, if you don't like America, get out, or y'all need to go back to Africa, or y'all need to go back to where, because I know I didn't heard that. Y'all didn't heard, I'm not making that up. It's been too much made on social media. So regardless of how many times this has been said, in the various ways in which it's been said, we know T'Challa is not in Africa when Steve tells him this. We know that. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is Amalolo and the dude that works with Prime Minister Folasade. Amalolo is standing there holding this dude back. And this what this is. But now, that's a great story to tell. The visual aesthetics, ain't nothing wrong with this at all. Telling T'Challa to go back to Wakanda or you gonna get your ass whooped. That's basically what he is. Who you know in the Marvel Universe that got it like that to tell T'Challa, take your ass back to Wakanda before I beat your ass? That's basically what that was. You like it? I love it. You like it? I love it. I don't know what else to say about that. Let me get these notes and everything like that. But on the real, it's just a matter of time before the anti-recasters realize they're on the wrong side of history. Some of them. I'm gonna say that because there's some people that don't care about being on the wrong side of history. And D. Steele says, Kev, he wanted to direct Spider-Man back in the day. I say give him a shot. Same goes for Nate Moore. D. Steele, the visuals, he would do T'Challa right, I bet. Agreed. I already hear the music when Shuri gets her ass kicked by Kane. Toot. Let's kill him one more time on MLK Day. Might as well. Diabolical Nerd. Yes, they are stupid, and yep, we will give them that work, and that for damn sure. I got all the sick and mentally shut in list. Yes, exactly. And sometimes I be looking at my watch, so I be having more time than I thought I had to give it to him. Really isn't a black writer. He is a writer that happens to be black. See how really I can't say I can't even go back and forth with you. Really can't even write Cap correctly. Boy, look, he got Cap doing some stuff I would have never thought Steve would have did. Like Steve got a friend named Sam Wilson, and I would like to think that Sam, if Steve told him, man, I told T'Challa, man, get your ass on up out of here, man, take your ass back to Wakanda before I put hands on you. I would like to think Sam would be like, you told T'Challa what? I told T'Challa to take his ass back to Africa. Like I would think, because it's black people like Nighthawk, which I guess Nighthawk had to be the black guy to step in for T'Challa, because when T'Challa asked Nighthawk to replace him, I thought, why you ask Daredevil to replace you? Because you really ain't got no relationship unless you just needed another brother on the team. But like Kyle Richmond, that Nighthawk is sitting up there like he not gonna Steve. And where is that Nighthawk anyway? Because he should, but he ain't. So ain't nobody black looking sideways at Steve when he said, "Yeah, I told that man." But it don't look right. It don't sound right. It's not right. Shout out to everybody that was rocking on Twitter today, letting it be known how disappointed they are with John Ridley. I want to say to the Black Panther fan base, stay with it. Let it be known that you love the character. Your frustrations aren't with the characters, how the character's being portrayed, so they can't get out there and tell that lie. Oh, the Black Panther comic book isn't doing that well. It's not doing that well because we hate the writer. We hate what he's writing. Let that be known. Let me get back on these comments. Bashinga in the ancestral plane shaking his head. Bashinga, got to be him, Mosi, not Amalolo, Nahanda. They all got them. Mama Dulo, they all got to be turned over. Mama Dulo fought it. What's going on, Stephen Lawless? They all got to be turning over. The Ridley run is basically She-Hulk without being entertaining. You know, I almost want to say that's an insult to the writers of She-Hulk, but I don't know. It's all. Hey, what's going on, Stephen Labels? We got Cold Tiger. What's going on, Cold Tiger? Cap don't talk like that, especially not to T'Challa. Another writer who didn't know the character's history. Didn't know and didn't care. And that's what I'm like, how y'all, it's almost like when you got somebody, you're thinking that the comic book, it's kind of like when Nate Moore put the Eternals out. He didn't think there were people that read the Eternals enough to call him on his BS when that movie came out. So it's almost like you throw anybody over there on Black Panther, let them do what they think, whatever they want to do, and you think comic book fans don't read Black Panther like we don't read comic books to know. Just like you said, Grandmaster, Cap don't talk like that. Cap would never act like that toward T'Challa. You think nobody's gonna call him on it because you think, what's the running joke? You want to hide something from a black person, you put it in the book. I'm sorry. T'Challa appeals to more than just black people, more than just black men. There are people, comic book fans, that cross all the demographics that read comic books, period. We know what these characters sound like, regardless of whether they showing up in this comic or showing up in that comic. And no, Cap don't sound nothing like that. It's like, damn, bro, like you really trying to push that envelope, like for what reason though? Like, and that's the question that I would like to be asked, because some of these writers, as I said on Chillmonger's show today, they get on this thing and they be like, well, I wrote the character the way I want to write the character. Okay, well, what means you want to write the character like this? Well, what do you mean? What's the significance of the character? Because we get you, as Grand Madam alluded to, you take the hero on a journey. You tear him down, you build him back up. What's the story for what's the purpose for him getting his ass whooped almost every story? What was the purpose for you killing off Achilles? Because I said this before. He literally had Jai admit that John Ridley, killed off Achilles for no other reason than to introduce the character of Jai. That was it. He disowned everything that came before him when it came to Ta-Nehisi Coates. Just to give us what? Keep going, get on these notes here. Shooty calling Gentle and Tosin, Tap bro. Yeah, look, Shooty and Tosin gonna be that, man. Listen, all right. I'm here. You better not be leaving, Theo. No, I ain't going nowhere. Cap don't talk like that. Let me see. Shooty and Tosin gonna get into a relationship. That's in the first issue of Wakanda, where Queen Mother Ramunda makes a comment about how Shooty has been talking about Tosin and everything. So I fully expect them to evolve that relationship, and that's actually, to my knowledge, been the first time they've even addressed Shooty's sexuality. Sam Bo Wilson, yes, I guess Sam gonna be standing around letting Steve. I guess Steve gonna tell Sam at some point to go back to Harlem. I thought about when Black Panther was Thanos snap, they did that to take him out of the story. If you think about it, the legions of dead animals and people alike, what it destroyed him. I don't know why he couldn't. If their intent was for T'Challa and Carol Danvers to lead the Avengers in the next phase coming up, I don't know why T'Challa got snapped anyway. He should have been there sticking around, meeting Carol Danvers. That would have helped the story evolve even more. Where he, Carol Danvers, Steve, and Tony are talking about going after Thanos. That would have been a better story, so we could have seen the chemistry build up. Now, it's a damn shame that I got to say this, because they actually already played to this on the Disney Plus. We know what Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. They had a whole damn storyline where they had T'Challa and Carol Danvers sharing the leadership titles of the Avengers, because Tony and Steve were missing. We saw this already. Yo, get really off Black Panther. He is not a comic book writer. Keep him far away from comics. Listen, at the very least, stay away from the black characters. They say, he did some other stuff. Cool. I ain't mad at that. I just don't want him over here. The way you put it like that, Theo, is like really made Steve sound racist as hell. Listen, for a dude who I've been reading since the 70s, who has been painted as being sympathetic, caring, understanding, the guy who always put the common man first, so much so to the point where, like, he actually got upset with the government and went by the name Nomad, because he was like, man, y'all ain't representing the ideals of man. That dude, it was like he went out of his way. Because notice when Cap is punching T'Challa, he got his mask on. He got his mask on with that ace sitting right there. T'Challa ain't got his mask on. All you see is blood flying off of T'Challa's hands. It's like visually saying, a visual image. If I'm a black man and I feel well, I'm not a black man, if I am. But if I feel oppressed in this country, to a degree I do, that's what message you sending? Like, that's America beating up on what? Because Steve Rogers represents America. T'Challa, to comic book fans, represents Africa. Regardless of whether he has a crown or not. And mind you, he's still a galactic emperor. He's still a galactic emperor getting faded left and right. People ask the question, oh, you just getting mad? No, it's not. No, it's the symbolism of it. It don't look right. We're not gonna ever get a comic book where T'Challa is putting hands on Cap like that. Like, I don't give a damn how bad Cap is, what Cap does. We will never get a comic book with Captain America getting lumped up like that by T'Challa. You're not finna get a comic book with Captain America getting lumped up like that by War Machine. You're not finna get a comic book like that with Captain America being lumped up by Captain America. And you know what I meant when I said that. We don't give two damn. I don't give a damn what Steve do. You will never get that image in comics. Point blank, period. You'll see Steve getting lumped up by somebody that looked like Steve, but see Steve getting lumped up by somebody that looked like me from a whole nother country? No, it's not going to happen. That was irresponsible. It was irresponsible on the writer because he wrote it. And as a black writer, if that's what he was being told to do by the editorial team, he had a responsibility to say not no, but hell no. He chose to go with it. That's some slick racist that Captain America talking to T'Challa like he's a boy. And see, the thing is, we got to remember who wrote it. I say we got to remember who wrote it because ever since I've been living, there's been this thing where we say black people can't be racist. Well, John Ridley black. Captain America is a fictional character. So are we now saying black people can be racist? Because he wrote it. And if that's the impression, and that was a slick ass racist statement, can black people be racist? I'm just asking the question because it was a slick ass racist statement. There's no way Captain America would have said that. Black Panther would have put them paws on him. What's going on, Skip? What's going on? Ridley wanted to give his commentary on USA Africa. He did that, Chill. He damn sure gave it. I mean, that was a powerful image. Powerful image because the question was asked, T'Challa, why did T'Challa have his mask off for that specific scene? He had it on up until then. It was off for that specific scene. Well, you know who didn't have their mask off for that specific? It was Steve. And he was representing the red, white, and blue like it was nothing. Like he repped the red, white, and blue. Told T'Challa, take his ass back to Wakanda. That's a powerful image, and that is a powerful statement. And to have T'Challa damn near look like he begging, well, T'Challa been begging since issue 1. Where we at, issue 13? I ain't saying that, just saying. What's going on, Ronnie? What's going on? Hey there, Miss Keita. What's going on? What's going on, Miss Keita? Steve is not stupid. He doesn't flap them guns for the hell of it. Cyclops is more inclined to talk trash. He is. And Cyclops, yeah, he is. He is. Salutations, everyone. What's going on, Sick Media? What's going on? Steven, if you think about all the dead people who have died from the beginning of time and now animals alike, there's no way. None. Not when he's supposed to be the king of the dead. Because he's supposed to be drawing the strength of everybody. All them fighting skills, I don't know. Kev Sambo Wilson, Black Panther was going to be the next leader, but since Chadwick Boseman died, they changed it up. See, Stephen, and as I alluded to today, they used Chadwick Boseman's death to justify killing off T'Challa. I go back to December 8th, Derek Boseman. If you haven't seen the video from Urban Faith, I urge you to pull it up. It's on YouTube, Derek Boseman. The video should come up. It's with Urban Faith. Last 3 minutes of the video, he articulated it very well. They didn't like the response of the movie. Too many people saw themselves a certain type of way, in ways in which mass media, those in charge, don't want them people to see themselves. Be a victim, yes. Be dead in the streets, yes. But carry yourself as royalty. See yourself as being significant, important, i.e. a king. And as Derek alluded to, while we already believe and know our ladies, our women to be queens anyway, we already know that. We champion our women. That's not it. We're not against our women. All we saying is the black man need to be uplifted too. They didn't like that. And ever since Derek made that statement, if you just sit back and watch how they moved, forget what they telling you. Their actions speak volumes. They can use Chadwick Boseman's death as a reason to kill off the character. They can't use Chadwick Boseman's death to justify the lack of black male representation in that movie. They can't. That's the telltale sign in and of itself. How many black male characters die in the first movie? Quite a few. But you know what? There's still more black characters left in Wakanda. Where was Achilles at? Where was Taku at? If you just introduced Tosin, where was Tosin? We didn't need to get Everett Ross back. Where was Hunter at? And why don't we want to play the role of a white child being adopted by a black man and a black woman? Why can't we get that story? Because Bucky finna go back to being a Winter Soldier. So they played around with that in and of itself. No different than they played around with the relationship between Anika and Ayo. They don't care. They don't care. And the black executive that they have, whose responsibility it should be to care, he doesn't care either. The cast and crew didn't care. Winston Duke can put as many tweets on his page about how black men are being treated in America. When it's all said and done, he doesn't sympathize with the black man like that. He doesn't. Because he was in that movie too, and he never said anything about where the rest of the black men at. We got people asking where the Avengers were. We got people asking where the Avengers were. Where were the other black men at in Wakanda? Ain't nobody. I mean, I could ask, where was Zaravara? I could ask that question. Hell, since we ain't got Sion, where was Sion at? I could ask that question. Keita said, "What's up, Sick Media Comics?" D Real said, "Go back to Wakanda is the same as go back to Africa. No difference. John Ridley should know better. He should. And at the very least, somebody should be able to ask him why he didn't." Facts, Theo. I've been reading Cap comics since the 80s. It's straight up bad out of character writing. It is. But get a page, not even for one panel. Not one. I'm more excited for Jonathan Major as Kane in Ant-Man 3. MODOK looks sick. Kane gang. I got mixed feelings. I'm excited for Jonathan Majors and everything like that. I would have liked to have seen him be cast as a black character. And that's one of the things that we talked about before when I did the live. And I was talking about race swap and bending. You know, Kane is blue. But technically speaking, he's supposed to be a descendant of Reed Richards. So I don't know how we get to the brother. I don't. Unless somebody married somebody. I don't know. But it's real hard because we don't get black characters married like that in Marvel Comics. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. But I would have liked to see Jonathan Majors pick up the role of a black character, much like I would have liked to have seen the brother that's going to be playing Wonder Man. But the black actors and actresses have to care about playing black characters and not be, oh, I want to be Rogue or somebody like that. Like, they got to care. But I'm excited for him. I'm looking. Black Panther has me jacked up as far as how I view Marvel right now, and it's got me jacked up as far as how I want to go forward in spending my money when it comes to Marvel. So that's how I feel about that. If you think about it, black people are always put in the background. The first person to make a cell phone is black, but if you let them tell it, it'll be somebody else. Yep. And if you let somebody tell your story, which is kind of what we've been looking at as far as those of us that want to start telling our own comic book stories and everything like that. That's the problem that you have with T'Challa, Black Panther, Wakanda. We don't own the IP. We do own the productivity of the IP. Now, let me just say that. Contrary to popular belief, while we might not financially own the character, we do own the finances responsible for the character being successful. So you can take that for what it is. But what I've seen in the past 2 years, and you know, sad to say that it had to come as a result of, I've seen people voice their concerns more so, not just their concerns, but their thoughts and their love for characters of color. And I think for us to get these characters portrayed more often, more accurately, I think more of that needs to come out. I think we need to embrace these characters. We need to talk about them, and we need to promote them on our social media platforms. I think that's, as we say, knowing it, if you know me, grow me, sharing is caring. Well, United voices are louder voices. Knowledge is power. We get these characters out there, we highlight them, we promote them on our channels, and more people get to talking about them. They'll think twice before they introduce somebody like Darwin just to kill them all, or someone like a Lamont Hoskins just to kill them all, because they'll know people actually know about these characters. I think that's the problem. They want to introduce characters that they feel like people don't know anything about, so they can have people write these characters that don't know anything about these characters. So, yeah, please look it up. No way. Nothing much. Just glad to be here with y'all to talk about the second to last Black Panther comic book run. Hopefully we can get this dude up off here. I don't know why they gave that dude 15 issues. If anybody has watched Loki Disney Plus variants of the Black Panther out there, if you don't tell it, it's nobody else. You know, we've talked about variants before, and the thing is that the variant story of a T'Challa is still going to be a bad story. Like, why would a variant T'Challa be leaving his Wakanda? If that's the direction that we're going in, a variant T'Challa coming to Earth 1999, where would this T'Challa be coming from? Like, it's still a bad look. Even in the whole What If series, people were so excited about T'Challa showing up in What If, Chadwick Boseman showing up in What If. Look at the stories that he showed up in What If. And I was tripping in because I was like, so y'all really don't care, huh? So he kidnapped? His religion is replaced? His language is replaced. And you gonna lie to him about his family being alive? Wow. I was like, I don't even know. I'm like, who? I could not imagine Dwayne McDuffie working over at Marvel and half this stuff getting past him. I can't even imagine. I don't celebrate race swaps. Temporary representation is not the solution. It maintains the white status quo. It does. It does. I'm with you, Chill, 100%. I don't like it. I'm not for it. I get people being excited, because it's cute in and of itself, but it does nothing to push the needle. It's false. It always goes back to where it is. As many people got excited about Namor showing up the way he did in the MCU. Well, think about this for a second. MCU don't drop movies every month, and you don't get to see Namor every month. If you want to see Namor every month, you have to go to the comic book store to see Namor, and he's not Aztecan. He's white. So you didn't get the representation that you wanted as a Latino brother and sister. You got false representation. You got it for all of almost 3 hours. That was it. That's all you wanted. When you can go right there in the comic book store and see brothers and sisters that represent the Latin, Latinos all over the place. You just got to want to go and then have a conversation with Marvel, say why we not getting them. I hope that Denzel Washington can play Uncle Sion. I would love to see that. But then you're gonna need to give me Sion for more than just one movie, because I'm gonna be in my feeling. Kang will be white again, so why bother? Yeah. He ain't never finna be black in the comics at all. What's going on, Gray? What's going on? Jonathan is a great actor, but I don't see Black Kang, High Evolutionary, Wonder Man as W's, regardless of how good the acting is. Cause we know, and that's the whole thing. Is be like, just think about this for a second. I almost want to call it a double entendre. You take the great black actor that could lend credibility to a black character, and instead of them doing that, giving them the opportunity to do that, to illuminate these black characters, you give them the alien character or the white character. Thus, you never have to do anything with the black character. That's what my wife would call that? My wife would call that an effed up situation. That's you're never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Ooh, 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 ooh. Shout out to In Vogue. For me, Black Panther can be any shade of black. As black people, we always concentrate on the color of the person. Stephen Lawless, I'm with you. To a point. And I'm gonna say why I'm with you to a point. Because, okay, Aurora, dark skin. Okay, I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed to that. I don't expect Sam Wilson to be as dark skinned as Aurora Monroe. I don't. Now watch this. I don't necessarily know if I expect T'Challa to be as dark skinned as Aurora Monroe, but I am expecting T'Challa to be dark skinned. But now watch where I do this one. If I go look at Darwin, well, Darwin is Afro Latino. I should expect him to be dark skinned. If I look at Casper Cole is biracial. I shouldn't expect him to be dark skinned. Watch this. Miles Morales. I don't know why Miles Morales is that dark skinned. Considering his mother is Latino and his daddy is black. Now, unless somebody finna tell me his daddy is a black Dominican and nobody ever said that, I don't know why Miles Morales is that dark. So it's one of the things where I understand what you're saying, but there are certain ways that they play in these characters where you get to sit back and you get to ask certain questions because we're not the ones writing these characters like this. Watch this. Gentle. I don't know why Gentle is as dark skinned as he is. Because even though Gentle's mother is Wakandan, his dad, if I'm not mistaken, is German or Russian. He white. So if Gentle shows up in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I should be expecting what? I ain't saying, I'm just saying, white people, Spanish people don't concentrate on that. I get what you're saying, but you put out a black Superman and see what happens. I feel like anybody can play Black Panther. It's not, watch this. It's not a matter of who can play it because I was of the mindset, because then it gets to, I like to look at it saying, you know, are you in superhero shape? Because I had a problem with Brian Tyree Henry not getting in shape to play Fastos. What about the younger guy who played in Black Lightning? I would love to see him. I would love to see him. And honestly, to me, his skin complexion, he could play T'Challa. Because like I said, T'Challa ain't being displayed as being a chocolate brother. I would expect Luke Cage to be dark skinned. Like, I ain't trying to sit up here a high yellow bald headed Luke Cage. High yellow. Luke Cage looking like me. I'm just saying, there's nothing wrong. I think if we gonna tell the story, let's tell the story right. But there are quite a few superheroes like Misty Knight. I don't expect Misty Knight to be a red bone. I don't. But I don't expect Misty Knight to be dark skinned either. Like, I expect her to be a nice brown and everything like that. Like, you right. The skin tone shouldn't matter. But what I would say to you is that there are enough black superheroes out there where it doesn't matter what your skin tone is, you got roles to fulfill. But now, somebody sit up here and say, does the skin tone matter when you finna have a black actor play a white role? Because see, watch this. This is the slippery slope that people not sitting up here watching. Okay. Somebody black finna play Charles Xavier. Cool. Somebody black finna play Magneto. All right. Somebody black finna play Clark Kent. Mm-hmm. Don't say nothing when somebody white play T'Challa. Don't say nothing. Don't open your mouth. Don't say nothing. All that, you like, oh yeah, let's get it. We want to see it and everything like that. Keep that same energy. So I'm not trying to be a troll. I'm just saying anybody can be the Black Panther. No, I get exactly what you're saying. It's like I said, that's a fair statement. But I think there's enough roles, black superheroes, where there's enough skin variation, tone variation in the black superhero community where it's enough roles for black people to play black superheroes, regardless of what their the lightness or darkness of their brown pigmentation is. That's what I'm saying to you. But we're not gonna get there if we keep killing off black superheroes. All the coaches don't worry about their race being represented. If any color, they just accept them. Hold on. I didn't mean to sound like that. I'm just saying that anybody that's a black people can be anybody. I ain't saying. I'm just saying Game King. I heard that even about to nerf Monica Rambeau so she would be weaker than her counterpart. What they are about to do, and I was telling Chillmonger this, they are getting ready to have it where those three ladies, their powers are all linked. Don't know why, because it's not like that in the comics. But for them to get the best out of their powers, they have to be within a certain vicinity of each other. Like their powers all work in unison. I don't know why, because it ain't like that. Mama Morales is Puerto Rican. Most lighter skinned Puerto Ricans got at least one black grandparent. Exactly. So that's the thing. What I'm saying right there, Steve. We're not the ones writing these stories like this. Marvel is the one writing these stories like this, and I believe it's fair. I'm like this. If Casper Cole is biracial, then Casper Cole need to be biracial. Not dark skin, not brown skin. He biracial. Give me an actor that's biracial, that need to get some change. Let them go play this role. Okay, Aurora Monroe. Don't cast Halle Berry as that. Don't do that. Don't do that. There are enough superheroes out there. Celia Riaz. Where's Tempo at? Where's Frenzy at? There's enough black women, female superheroes out there. Well, we got enough black female superheroes out there with various skin tones of blackness, where black women with various skin tones of blackness can play these roles. We don't need to be sitting out and see, this is what we wind up doing right here. We sitting up here and wind up saying only one role is out there. That's what it was. And see, Chadwick spoke to that himself. It's only one role out there for a whole bunch of people. Only one, that's no, hell no. It's more than one role out there for one person. And it ain't no such thing as it can only be one of us at a time. It can be 15, 20 of us at a time. We just got to know them roles out there, and we got to talk about them characters so the black actors and actresses ain't sitting up here talking about, well, I can only play this, or we all got to compete for this one role. No, play these other roles. Illuminate them. Highlight them so that our children can see some superheroes that they look like that they never heard of before. Because if you don't do it, how they gonna know? Because trust me, ain't too many people know about T'Challa prior to 2016. Let's go ahead and just nip that whole damn thing in the bud. As many people talking about T'Challa right now, 3/4 of them people know not a damn thing about T'Challa prior to 2016. So let's not do that. Marvel Foxy Brown, absolutely. Black versions of white heroes are temporary. Agreed, Theo. Yes. Wow. That new Superman movie that they're working on with the black Superman, they can change that from Superman to Icon. Why not? And I'm with you on that one. Why can't, even though, as D-Real alluded to, Icon technically isn't black, he's taking on black role. Why can't we get them superhero stories? That's what I'm talking about right there. Let's get that. I don't want to see I'm so sick and tired of that. Like, it's not even a damn compliment at this point. It's really an insult, because I really want the actors and actresses to be, why I can't play me? Why? Because watch this. I'm finna be petty for a minute. Simba, the Lion King. Simba had a black daddy and started off black. When it got cute, when they wanted it to be what it was, Simba was white. He went from being a black cub to being a white lion. Y'all know I ain't lying. Pun intended. Tanaka worked to call heat from the Hispanic social hemisphere for being a dark-skinned indigenous Mexican. Tanaka Huerta should have caught flack from the Latin community for walking his butt up out the water. Like, you want to talk about somebody just like, I'm just gonna go get this money. Nothing. You know what would have been worse than that? That would have been worse. That would have been as bad as Winston Duke walking out on screen talking about, yeah, I'm the man. We're not saying that. Don't do that. No, don't do that. We know what tribe you from. But because if you say that out loud, somebody else gonna think they can say that out loud, and that's gonna start a whole bunch of stuff. So don't say that out loud. You come out the water. That ain't my fight though. Well, to a degree it is, but I can't fight for you if you ain't finna fight for you. Skin tone does matter to a degree. Dark skinned folks been marginalized enough. I believe skin tone does matter. I believe if the character is light skinned, the character should be light skinned. I think if because Fastos, they can't get Fastos skin complexion, as Mr. Smith would allude to, they can't get Fastos skin complexion right for nothing in the world. Fastos then went from being dark skinned. He always bald headed though. He always bald headed. But he then went from being dark skinned to brown skin to looking like a whole Caucasian out here. And it's like, pick a shade. Pick a shade. Pick one. Pick one. We need an Icon movie and a Blue Marble movie or TV show. We have characters out there that are super interesting and super powerful. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. For playing Namor, they wanted a white Latino actor. I have my own reasons for why they did Namor like that. Let me tell you, because I always felt like it would have been more poignant, and they're doing it now with the white tiger and everything like that. I think it would have said a lot for black and brown to come together, for Tanaka Huerta to be introduced as Hector Ayala, the white tiger. It's considering the fact that they're introducing it's either the niece or the sister of Hector Ayala and everything like that. This would have been a nice lead-in story to it. We could have said he got wounded fighting Namor and everything like that, but it would have been better for him and T'Challa to fight Namor. The tiger is a loose affiliate of the Panther cult in and of itself. But I had my suspicions, my reasons for why they weren't going to do it. Nobody really is going to say anything. Well, we did say something about Namor fading Ramunda. But could you imagine the vitriol? Like right now, you got people like Dr. Umar talking. You had people like Joe Button talking and everything like that. You had people like Cat Williams talking. Could you imagine the vitriol that would have came from the black community if Namor would have been white and did the exact same thing in the movie? Can you imagine how that would have looked? Can you imagine the pushback that would have received? I think White Tiger should have been a Spanish Mexican. Yes, he should have been. Yes, these are, yes, imagery as they call it. Blame Nate and Ryan for it though. If they just stuck to the mythological Marvel Atlantis, there wouldn't have been any problem. Please, everybody, go watch Avengers Assemble. Listen, Avengers Assemble is a great cartoon. I love it. I always go back to it. It gives me goosebumps because that cartoon borrowed a lot of source material from the comic book in and of itself. And I can't lie. Like, I love that cartoon run. But I believe Marvel knew what that visual aesthetic would have looked like on screen. And so it was because Ryan said he always wanted Namor. Well, we know Namor's dad is Irish. So you finna have them go to war. Now, if your intent is for them to go to war and there really not be any casualties, okay. But if your intent is for them to go to war and it's gonna be a king lost, and then you finna kill off the queen too, and the queen is dying like, let's be clear. Zemo is directly responsible for the death of T'Chaka. Nate Moore has a hard-on, excuse my language, for the actor. So he's not killing him off. Zemo is coming back in the Thunderbolts. Okay. Same executive. Namor pulled up on Ramunda. This is arrogant as hell. Black director, Ryan Coogler, told Ramunda, if you run your mouth, I'm going to destroy your country. Wakanda is a country. I'm going to destroy your country, your people, and I'm going to kill you. And the writer, director, executive made sure that dude kept his word. Even though they know they were flirting around with the idea of that guy and the daughter being in a romantic relationship. I'm not making that up. The writers have alluded to it. That was part of it. They thought about it. Think about that for a second. That's powerful. That says a lot to the black community in and of itself. You think they were going to have a white dude do that? No, that's not how that was going to happen. That I believe they knew what they was doing. Namor was Disney's attempt at capitalizing on the Latino influx into America. Yes, it was. Yes, yes. From Stephen Lawless. Neymar's dad is Irish. I thought Neymar's dad was from Boston, Massachusetts. Neymar's dad is an Irish American from Boston, Massachusetts. He's an Irish American. That's what he is. He's not. He's not. He's Irish American. I'm sorry, my bad. He's Irish American from Boston, Massachusetts. That's in his bio. That's why I was like, Namor McKenzie. That's his name. His name is Leonard. Namor's dad's name is Leonard McKenzie. Yes, they really did play around with it. I'm gonna yeah. Yeah, so yeah, Ruben, his dad's name is his dad's last name is McKenzie. McKenzie, not Spud McKenzie. I miss Spud. Y'all don't miss Spud from the Bud Light commercials? I miss Spud. But yeah, his dad is Irish American. Listen, that's my time and everything like that. I want to get y'all up out of here. We had a great show tonight. I feel like Ryan Coogler doesn't want to come back to this story, so he decided this to destroy getting rid of the Queen and introducing Junior. Ryan Coogler hasn't been, you know what? No one from that cast and crew has been asked the tough questions. And while I would like people to be more responsible in their reporting, in their journalistic endeavors, in their interview process, I would like for those people to be more responsible. I get it. I get it. At the end of the day, you know, you've been told what questions you can and can't ask. I get it. You don't want to ruin the relationship you have with these people, with these studios and everything like that. But when you say you represent a people and you make that one of your strong points and one of your talking points, that you pro-black and everything like that, you have a responsibility to ask them tough questions. And it's disingenuous to do an interview and y'all know who I'm talking to. Y'all know who I'm talking about. It's disingenuous to do an interview where you keep talking about you pro-black, but you see a movie that was anything but, and you don't say anything. And pro-black isn't just a movie that props up black men. Pro-black isn't just a movie that props up black women. Pro-black isn't a movie that just props up black heterosexuals or black members of the LGBTQ community. Pro-black is pro-black. And you don't have to uplift one. You don't have to downgrade one or tear down one or two to uplift one. You don't have to do that. And there's been way too much of that going on in the movies lately, especially this past holiday season. We're witnessing that right now in regards to our comics, regarding the superheroes. We got to see Sam Wilson and T'Challa get into a fight when they're being manipulated by Hunter. So we got to see the two brothers beat on each other. Okay, I don't know why we got to keep experiencing that. But as long as we keep making our thoughts known, we have social media. We have the advantage of social media. We have the advantage of having people, those of us that have platforms and using those platforms to speak out on those injustices. So we continue to do so. We got money. Let me keep up these notes. Apparently, one of the White Tigers is rumored to be in Daredevil Born Again, but you know it won't be Hector. It's either the sister or the niece. I'm not sure which one yet. They want sisters to swear with everybody. His parent. Spud McKenzie, yes, Spud McKenzie and the Bud Light girls. Damn, I missed them. Anyway, on the Kamoyo Kid, they have the sisters messing with everyone except black men. Yep. They'll have a child from a black man, but they won't marry him. Anyway, Mac from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. would be a great Luke Cage. Yes, he would. And that's what I was saying. Please thumbs up on the video. Thank you, man. Thank you so much, Steven. Thank you so much. D-Real, yo, I thought that ever since I saw him on NYPD Blue back in the day. Yes, NYPD Blue, man. Y'all making me go back in time. Listen, that's my time. Been an hour and 29 minutes. I'm about to go. My wife fixed the... So yeah, I'm gonna go knock this off and everything like that. I think Blue's house has a video that he's doing right now. Y'all go check him out. Shout out to my man Chillmonger 33 questions. And D-Real, that's improper English all across the board. We did a video today. Y'all go over there and check out Chillmonger's video. I think that was a great video. Nico Bean came on at the end and everything like that. Chillmonger just let me know that Planet Fanatics has a video. So when y'all leave here, either Blues House or Planet Fanatics, y'all go check them out. Marcus and Josh from Back of the Bus, y'all make sure y'all hit them up. My man Kaiser Slevin, y'all hit him up. He drops videos periodically. And I want to make sure I keep it going. K Dot, y'all make sure y'all get him up. And I said Nico Bean with the scene. And she either gonna come first or she gonna come last, because she's always, if she come last, it's last but not least. Grand Madam Tarot, putting it down with the tarot cards and everything like that. Y'all make sure y'all check her out. Thank y'all so much for coming. Thank y'all so much for dropping by. We're gonna keep Recast T'Challa forefront. We still gonna talk about Chadwick Boseman, because if we recast T'Challa fans and we say we love Chadwick Boseman, as I alluded to earlier, both character and actor had some amazing traits. We're gonna do right by those traits. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Peace. What, Ruben? I'm still here. I ain't gone. I was trying to catch the note. What, Ruben? I'm here, Ruben. I'm here, Ruben. Oh, you said peace? You gone? You out? I'm okay. I'm finna hit. I'm hitting. I'm going on the button. I'm going. Yeah, see. All right, chill. I'm out at you, brother. Peace.